Okay, what you're looking at is a side that has been moved up 2 sizes file-wise. What I did was I had to determine how wide I wanted these spaces, okay? So what I did is I went with the next round file up, and then I went to a half round file. And what that did is it opened these gaps really wide. You can see the other side isn't near. That's the first round file. So what I did once I got to the half round file is it really opened them up. It's really going to give me a long sweeping pattern. So I'm going to flip this thing over. Once I dress this one, I'll flip it over and I'll show you what I did with the second file and then on to the half round. So let me dress that right quick. I need to get just a little bit more filing done here. And this is an aggressive file, so don't think, oh, you're ruining it, you're ruining it. No, I'm not ruining it. You just have to break a few eggs to make an omelet. So you'll stay with me. I'll show you what I'm talking about. It'll all work out. So I'll roll the knife over, lock it back down, and then I'll move the camera so you can see what I'm doing here. There we go. Oh yeah, now you can see it. Okay. If it's blurry, I apologize. So what I did is I went to the next file up, which is this round file. It's a 3/4 round. It's got a flat. It's a very old file that was given to me by a machinist. I don't even know if the old gentleman is still doing what he does, but I really appreciate him gifting me that. So what we'll do is we'll come right on top of the first file mark and we'll start this second one. We want to file it until you get to the very bottom of the hole, and that's as far as you want to go. We've already determined the depth. We just have to get there with the next file that we're using. What that's going to do is once I get to the depth, it'll widen the hole. Stay on that same angle. Work this file in there. Get on down there. And there it is. When I get done, we'll take and look at it from the top so you can see how the pattern is starting to emerge. It just takes time. We're not going to get in no hurry. Each knife will have to be done, so no sense in trying to rush it. We'll be doing this a while. So, okay, I'm at the bottom of the hole. We'll move on down. And remember, the further down you go, the less filing you have to do. So it won't take long to get to the bottom of the hole. And there it is. We'll go to the next one. And there it is. Now that we've got this file done, we'll move on to the big file. This file is pretty aggressive. It takes a lot of material. It's hard to get started, but once it starts, it don't take long at all. So let me show you what I'm going to do here. You got to really jab at it to get it started. Once it starts, it'll go quick. I'm almost there. And you can see there's a little bitty spot that looks different than the rest of the filings. It's where the file hasn't cut yet. So I'll keep going till I cut it. Check the top. Looks good. Right there it is. We'll move on down. Just like so. Check the top. What you don't want to do is file through, okay? You file through your pattern, and then you've got to take all this material back down to where you have a top again and start over, and that's something that we don't want to do. So there it is. We'll move on down. Let the big file eat. Keep a top, check on your top. There it is. Move to the last one. There it is. Okay. Now let me show you what it looks like. I'll stand here where I can hold it up so you can see it. There we go. And there it is. It's the start of your vine. All the way out to the tip. Focus in, baby. Just like so. There it is. Now what I'll do is I'll come in here and I'll cut my thorn facets and smooth it all up with a half round and a flat file and go from there. I'll bring you back in a bit. Well, hello everybody. I decided to break this video up into two parts because this is going to take a while. It does take time, and you know, I just don't want to make a 30-40 minute plus video on this. So I'll post the first one and we'll do the, we'll cut the thorn facets in here now and do the cleanup on this video. So what I'm going to do is give this a lifelike pattern. This is what really sets it off to make it look like a vine. Right now it's blocky on both sides, okay? What we're going to do is we're going to round this thing off and give it a nice vine look. But first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut thorn facets in it. And how I do that is I come behind each one of these dishes right here, and I will cut a hook or a thorn a thorn pattern in it. And how I do that is I'll come off the back of that where I've got my grind right here. I'll back up about 1/8 to 3/16 of an inch, and I will cut a pattern like in and out like this to give it a hook. And I'll do that on each one of them, facing forward. And then I will turn around and do the same thing on the other side, facing forward, okay? What that's going to do is that's going to give me the effect of a vine with thorns on it. So let's do one and you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, let's do another one. Start us a groove. All we're doing is we're filing, and as we're filing, we're turning and bringing that file up. So we're creating that little bitty hook. Just be careful that you don't file through the vine. That's why you get to a certain point, you have to turn it. Okay. And we'll go to the next one. Just be careful, the more you lay it over, the further your line goes. So you have to remember that when you're filing. Okay. Oh, she's going to really be beautiful. Move to the next one. You don't want to start too close to your dish, okay? You want to stay back 3/16 of an inch. What that does is that will allow you to come on the inside when you're shaping this and bring that to more of a point, okay? Which will let it look more like a thorn. We'll get there here in just a minute. Okay. All right. As you can see, we have that side cut. Okay? All the way down it. So, what we're going to do is we're going to flip the knife over to this side of the vise, and I'm going to do the other side. And when I do, I'll bring you back and we'll take a file and clean it up.